This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
All right, stop. Grab a spoon and savor. Baskin has more than 31 flavors. Lactose grabs a hold of me tightly. Flows like ice cream daily and nightly. Will it ever stop, yo? I don't know. Give me a scoop and I'll glow. To the ice cream, I rock the cone like a vandal. Give me 3 scoops that my tummy can't handle. Ice cream baby. There we go.
I'm pretty sure there was an Ice Cream Baby parody song.
I
remember back in the day, like on the radio.
It's been 30 some odd years. There better be.
I was an Ice Cream Baby.
Ice Cream Baby. Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zack.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our Lord of the Rings show last week.
I was shocked.
I
I was shocked, honestly, at how many of our listener reached out via social media in general.
Yeah.
But they know a lot. I feel really inferior.
We got
including
corrected.
very specific words.
Yes.
And apparently we just get it all wrong. But we kind of knew it going into it. So
We knew.
Yeah.
just thank you for reaching out and correcting us and showing more knowledge than I have. I mean, I admitted I was a filthy casual, but
Well, we're right in the middle, right? Where it's like we went a little too geeky, but not geeky enough for some.
yeah, it was like mentioned.
It's a difficult balance.
If you hadn't seen them in a while, like my wife, she's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just want to let you gentlemen know, and Glow as well, thank you for the episode. I personally began my own rewatch of the extended edition of the original trilogy.
Ooh, 12 hours. There you go.
And I'm about an hour and a half in, and it is lovely. I am shocked at how much of that opening narration that I knew.
So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's great. So a personal thank you before we get into our comments, where we have Miss Harper to you, who said, great episode. I would agree that Lord of the Rings is a way better trilogy than Star Wars. Fight me, Rocky. Also,
Who's Rocky?
what I would take from Middle Earth are the Gandalf's fireworks. Imagine the show.
That'd be very cool.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
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 Right up there with the Coneheads firework.
Remember,
Pretty awesome.
like, who wouldn't want to have a firework that you think is a dragon that's going to eat you?
Yeah.
That's just so great. Kendall Eliason says, I used to watch the extended versions and all of the behind the scenes around Christmas time every year. I'm telling you.
Something
so
about
much
the fall
content.
season,
It's so good.
fall
Yeah.
winter season. Yeah.
Maybe it's because they walk through the snow so much.
Maybe.
It's a tradition I need to start up again, especially since the holiday movie season is lacking that type of movie. I have no interest in Avatar. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Good job, Kendall. And then Tim Behunin says, I already have my souvenir from Middle Earth. I had
Kerbapple.
for almost 20 years. Awesome, Tim.
Whatever that was.
It's Gandalf's sword. I had to look it up.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
Gandalf's sword. And it's pretty cool looking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for commenting. It was a fun episode. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we'd like to thank a patron that just upgraded.
Yes.
A huge one, actually. So Johnny English the Brick. We've been reading his name on the I'm the Listener category at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And he just upgraded to the Bacon Council.
He's on the Bacon Council?
Oh, yeah. We got a new
Thank
Bacon
you.
Council member.
So that means he gets to join us at our semi-annual
Yes,
get-togethers.
our get-togethers.
He gets to join the chat and as
Yeah.
we give ask for advice and share
And mostly,
odd facts.
just make sure you drink Mountain Dew, because that's what we talk about 40% of the time.
Yeah, true story.
It does in the chat. That does happen a
Absolutely.
lot. Do chat.
Yo, welcome, Johnny, Jonathan.
Yes. Also, we have some exciting news as well because, well, I don't know if you know this, listener.
Yeah.
But we're approaching the spooky season of October.
I can't wait.
There is a certain version of that word I promise not to say this year. It has,
Please,
it has
please.
an extra P.
It's spooky with 2 P's. Spooky.
Don't start us. We'll do it.
No.
Spooky.
Anyway.
Spooky.
But we are getting ready for the upcoming season, for the Halloween season. And as you know, this is one of Kent and I's favorite seasons, and we like to celebrate a little bit.
Zach's becoming converted. It's fine.
But we want to kick it off a little bit early, not in the subject matter of today, but with a giveaway, because we are doing a October giveaway.
Yes.
And this is a pretty fun one as well.
No,
gentlemen.
it's not. It's you got to do like.
So let me ask you, listener, have you ever wanted to walk into the wizarding world of Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Well, we're giving you the chance.
Oh, this is actually Lord of the Rings show.
This sounds very professional.
If there's one thing that Baconsale is known for, it's our ties with the Utah Metropolitan Ballet.
Oh, totally. Nice straight face, though.
Thank you. But we are giving away 2 pairs of tickets to the Utah Metropolitan Ballet's Fantastic Feast and Festival, which Fantastic Feast has to be better than Fantastic Beasts.
And where to find
no
them.
question.
Yes.
Can't be worse.
This event goes from October 24th through the 26th at Wadley Farms Castle in Linden. And you go to this event and you are able to compete in tournament challenges, meet some mythical creatures, and then you get to enjoy a fantastic feast.
Do you dress up at this
You
thing?
can dress up in Harry Potter clothes if you want to. And it should be a good time for all. They have wizarding wares, and they have owls, and they have wands, and butterbeer. From what we're told, this is an event that normally sells out.
Yeah.
And we're going to be giving away tickets. You can go to umballet.org.
Once again, who's this put on by?
Utah Metropolitan Ballet.
Utah Metropolitan Ballet.
And .org. If you go to their website, you can see all the details about this. You can hear a really, really awesome voiceover done by some amazing person who I don't know who it is.
It's not me.
Not me.
But like I said, we're giving away 2 pairs of tickets. We're going to randomly pick a listener, and we're randomly going to pick a patron.
Yes.
So keep an eye on our social media pages, on our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook pages for a post that will be where you enter for this contest. So this contest will go through October 4th. That's why we're kicking it off now. We want to give you a little time ahead because the event is actually going to occur on October 26th. That's when you'll be attending the Fantastic Feast.
Perfect.
And you may or may not see Jacob there.
Oh,
You know what?
hey.
Yeah, he may be there.
Why
that
would
night.
he be there?
He may be there that night.
I wonder how we got connected with this.
Well, Jacob is a ballerino.
I knew it.
Yes. So look on our social media pages for more details and for the contest entry. We will also be talking about this next week as well. But I just wanted to give you a heads up that we are giving away. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, this is a feast to not be missed.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that Indiana Jones?
Could be.
Okay.
But that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Zach?
We are talking about ice cream. You scream? We all scream. For Baskin-Robbins.
Okay.
What?
So every year we do a full menu
We do.
challenge,
This
right?
year we did KFC.
We try to, yes.
And then at the back end of every year, we kind of pick something like a specialty item, right?
Yeah, like frozen pizzas at the grocery store.
Yeah, or like chicken sandwiches or fries.
I don't want to talk about chicken
Yeah,
sandwiches.
still triggered?
Mad.
So mad. But you're here this time.
Fries, chicken strips.
But we
Yeah,
decided
yeah.
to do ice cream this time. And so we went with what we thought to be 31 flavors at Baskin-Robbins.
That'll be easy, right?
You
Totally
can see it in the
doable.
logo, 31.
Yeah, well, everyone knows that, right? But
It's a lie.
it's a lie. It is a lie.
I thought it was ice cream, not cake. Oh, they have lots of
Cake was
ice
a
cream
lie.
cakes.
We
Yeah.
and I'd love to call this episode "We Ate Everything at Baskin-Robbins." But
Impossible.
That is not the case because the flavors rotate in and out. There are a variety of different cones and sundaes.
We would have to do
combinations.
this challenge for about 2 years
Yes,
to get them all.
I mean, that's like Taco Bell, though, right?
With the
Not
constantly
anymore.
different-
Yeah. I felt like you were going to brag real quick, Joel.
Oh, the fact that I won
Okay.
multiple times.
Okay.
You guys gave me the chance to win at least 4 times.
Listen. How many kids now?
Many
83.
kids. Many kids.
83. You can go maybe once.
And get all the flavors.
Get half a scoop.
I technically won the KFC challenge.
Technically, but not really.
You had to go there.
So we'll get into that real
We'll get
quick
into that.
about the quest. I just want to talk about Baskin-Robbins in general to help everyone understand what this place is, this magical ice cream place.
It is magical.
It was founded in 1945 as Burton's Ice Cream Shop in Glendale, California by Burt Baskin and Irv Robbins.
Oh.
That's where they got the name.
He started with Bert. He led with that.
Yeah, Burton was, I think, his full name, but it's Burton's Ice Cream Shop. But so these two brothers-in-law, they had both had ice cream shops. There was Burton's Ice Cream Shop and Snowbird Ice Cream Shop. And then they decided...
Wow. Burton's and Snowbird?
Yep. And they
Okay.
decided to merge it together just to Baskin-Robbins. Now, Burt Baskin, his story is kind of odd because he got to become an ice cream maker while he was in the military during World War II.
Yeah.
He somehow obtained equipment and would make ice cream for the other soldiers. I don't know how.
It's like a butter churn.
Yeah.
I think you put ice and cream in his helmet,
And you just spin it.
shook it around.
You guys ever done homemade
There's
ice
some
cream?
pineapple in there. Yeah. That's how you do
Salt
it.
the ice
Not
and all
that
that.
hard.
Yeah.
World War II?
Yeah. And then
I was not there, so I don't know. But
Well, in Irv Robbins, he when he was a teenager, he worked in an ice cream store and his father's store. And then he had his own Snowbird ice cream, which had 21 flavors, which was a novel concept at the time. 21 flavors? That's insane in a world of
They probably had
vanilla,
what,
chocolate,
cough
strawberry.
syrup ice cream at that time.
Probably.
That was the only flavor.
Plum. But then they merged together in 1948, and
But how did they merge? How did they meet?
well, they're brothers-in-law.
And isn't that so cute, though? That these two guys who just independently manage ice cream stores.
Yep. And then Baskin
Become
married
brothers-in-law?
Robbins'
That's so
sister.
cute.
adorable.
And Baskin married Robbins, and that's how they became.
I mean, not
Baskin
each other, but Robbins.
The sister, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
or,
Get you
And good for them for getting along.
Baskin-Robbins.
But it is when they came together, they decided to expand their flavors to 31 flavors.
Yeah.
the original flavors, gentlemen. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to do this
Ooh.
in one breath. Banana nut fudge, black walnut, burgundy cherry, butterscotch ribbon, cherry macaron, chocolate, chocolate almond, chocolate chip, chocolate fudge, chocolate mint, chocolate ribbon, coffee, coffee candy, date nut, eggnog, French vanilla, green mint stick, lemon crisp, lemon custard, lemon sherbet, maple nut, orange sherbet, peach, peppermint fudge, ribbon, peppermint stick, pineapple sherbet, raspberry sherbet, rocky road nut, strawberry vanilla, and vanilla burnt almond.
Wow, one take.
Micro Machines.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Hey, all of those flavors sound better than what I just ate.
Really? A
lot of them.
You think date nut sounds better?
Ken could use a date.
Okay.
Now, there's definitely some questionable flavors on there, but they throughout the years, they've kind of experimented and tried a bunch of different flavors.
Yeah, how many flavors have they had in their history?
In their history, they've actually had more than 1,300 flavors.
Is it because maybe they try one for a couple days because that's what I feel like we experienced, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
Let's recycle that one real quick.
And the way it works, if you don't know, they don't have the same 31 out. Not all the stores have all the same 31 out. As we encountered, as we went to different stores, some had some flavors, some have another. And Zach, you went there one of the first times and said, hey, how does this work with the flavors? And what did they say?
Well, so I asked, like, oh, do you just have like a flavor of the month that rotates out? And they almost laughed at me and they said, oh, we switch flavors out all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It depends on, what gets used, right? Because the ice cream doesn't get used evenly.
No.
You have some carryovers. They do have flavors of the month that pop up. Mm-hmm. Some of them hang on a little too long. And then sometimes it just comes down to, this is what we had, the ingredients for, the supply for, or whatnot. So it's varied. Overall, I'd say based on the various locations I've gone to, you're good for like 28 flavors at every location being the same.
Probably.
But those,
Agree.
Those three,
About around 30,
so
yeah. I'd
those
say around
3
30.
plus, there's some variability.
Your typical
there.
Baskin-Robbins has 3 freezers full, unless you have a broken freezer like the one we did, Zach.
Yeah, there's a couple that just had the 2.
And so generally it will be anywhere from, 2 freezers will probably be anywhere from 25 to 30 ice creams.
Yeah.
I counted one of the ones I went to, only had 30 on hand.
Okay.
Well, it's the one I went to because I primarily went to one, the closest one to me, which wasn't that close. That's why I went to that one mostly. 44 flavors. I walked in that first day and I went, 44? That's not 31 flavors.
It tells me they don't have a lot of traffic.
They might
Probably.
not. Yeah. It's actually kind of a deader area. But here's the thing. The 31 flavors slogan was made by a marketing company in 1953. And they said the reason they call it 31 flavors is you can eat a different flavor every day of a month.
But it's
And that's why they
2022. I feel like we're still being misled.
Everyone thinks
Like
it's
they
just
only
they
have the 31 flavors.
Yeah.
It's part of their logo now.
Yeah. That same marketing company is one that came up with their cherry, or it was pink and brown, which represented cherry and chocolate polka dots.
Do you guys look at Baskin-Robbins and think, how are they still open?
Yep.
Because I know they struggled in the early 2000s because frozen yogurt was really popular.
Froyo, please.
Froyo, smoothies, everything like that. And somehow they held on. And then through the pandemic, a lot of places closed, even fast casual places. Mm-hmm. And we have far better. That's a brand. Far better ice cream.
Wow.
I've
that has
driven
come
past better ice cream places to go to the Baskin-Robbins on this challenge.
Absolutely.
But have you though? Because this is solid. These ice creams
I'd say this is the McDonald's of ice cream shops.
No. I think the
so many
'cause
locations.
McDonald's has ice cream.
You know what the quality will be because it's so synthetic. It is so predictable.
But this is like creamy, delicious ice cream. It's
Depending
what
on what flavor you
to be.
get.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously
right?
variation.
And obviously people go because they have their favorites. And people go, and I've noticed people going, the local one I go to at about 10 o'clock at night, there are like 20 people in line in front of me.
Really?
It's ridiculous.
The one I went to was mostly dead. Like I was
Okay.
surprised when other people were there with me. Most of them took it to
Mostly
go to.
dead is slightly alive.
Yeah.
That's true. And one of the reasons maybe it is because they try these new flavors and try things out. Like something will come
No,
up.
I think
with
we're basic. I think we're creatures of a habit.
But I mean, don't you see a new flavor come out? You'd be like, I kind of want to try it.
I never would.
Because
Not until this challenge.
well, next month you may.
I will
We
next
will
month.
next month.
Yeah.
But there was, for example, at the height of Beatlemania, someone asked, they called Baskin-Robbins for some reason and said, "Hey, what new flavor are you going to have to honor the Beatles?" And he's like, "Beetle nut, of course." And they're like, "What's that?" And he's like, "I'll figure it out."
He's like, we actually have some beetles in the back that crawl into the ice cream.
So in 5 days, it was created, manufactured, and delivered, and it was a pistachio and walnut flavored ice cream with a chocolate ribbon, which sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just feel like they do try different things, and I bet you there are Baskin-Robbins fans who are like, "Oh, new flavor, I gotta go get that one." and they'll go try it.
I think
they
I
use a
will
little
now.
ice cream sample. They were like one of the first ones to say, yes, you can sample all the ice cream.
And their little
pink
spoons changed the game for them.
They did. And
Yeah.
most other places.
Yeah.
They'll do the little spoon sample now.
Love it.
But do you guys want to guess, and Kent, maybe you know because you've done research as well, but do you guys want to guess the top 5 selling Baskin-Robbins ice cream flavors? Top 5 selling.
Chocolate,
Chocolate is one of them.
vanilla.
Vanilla is one of them.
Mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip is one of them. Nope, strawberry, no. Pralines and cream and chocolate chip.
Like half of America hasn't even heard of pralines and cream.
Well, if you're above 80.
I like Cracker Barrel. So
You just say that? Is that just a tick now that you just say that a lot?
yeah.
Yeah, so the top 5 selling are, in no particular order, vanilla, chocolate, mint chocolate chip, pralines and cream, and chocolate chip. Those are their big sellers.
Okay.
Not surprised.
And we tried
I'm surprised
all
it's
those.
really.
I'm surprised it's not more kid-friendly flavors because kids would ask to go. My kids like to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can we go get frozen yogurt or Cold Stone or something?
Well, and I feel bad because, I won this challenge. But
Oh,
with
you
the
feel
help,
bad. Throw that in there.
With the help of my children, though, because it was actually, this is probably one of my favorite food challenges we've done here
I
on Bacon
love how
Cell.
you approach this. It's
Because literally just before school began, we started this challenge. And I would go at my lunch break, I'd go get one of my kids. We'd go to Baskin-Robbins. They would get a double scoop. I would get a double scoop. And so I was able to try 4 flavors at one time. And we just sit there and talk and have one-on-one time. So it was like I got to have these series of like one-on-one dates with my kids.
Yeah.
And then I was able to cross off so many ice cream flavors.
Fatherly
right at the
duties.
beginning. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Ice
that
cream
too.
flavors. Yeah.
I did take my wife as well. But it was also kind of sad because the kids had to pick one that someone else
Right.
didn't get. And so the kids that were later in line, I was kind of like, I'm sorry, this is all you get to pick from is this section over here.
Sugar-free. I just want the wild and reckless.
Yeah.
Your kids are so sweet because I would take my kids as well. And I only took them twice because they said, no, I will not get any flavor you need. I only like these particular flavors. And I need 2 scoops of the same flavor, like wild and reckless or mint chocolate chip. And I'm like, no,
2
we're
scoops of the
sharing.
same flavor?
2
What?
scoops of the same flavor.
That's insane.
I know. And they don't listen, disobedient. So I ended up taking a friend of mine, her name's Lindsay, shout out because she's going to listen to this episode, where I knew that Joel was kind of putting the pressure on. He's like, guys, if we don't do the show now, it's going to be December by the time we do the show. And I said, okay, it's going to be 6 scoops at a time. So I'd get 3 and she'd get 3.
Oh.
And that's how we just started just finishing as fast as we could.
Let's step that back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we started this quest in early August,
Yes.
technically.
Yeah, which wasn't that long ago.
No. Technically, we started in early August, but you guys had a head start. I went on vacation. I was gone, and I was like, oh, man, they're going to get so far ahead of me. I came back. There was like maybe 1 or 2 checked off on either one of your columns.
Kent's always on a diet. I had a kid.
Not at this point, you didn't.
He was on the way.
And yes, I was on a diet.
So then I started, I marked it down. I started on August 15th.
Yeah.
And I ate about 46 flavors, I think, at that point, 46 or 47 flavors by August 31st. Just
I
over
am
2
so
weeks.
sorry.
I had 8 flavors before you started.
Really?
Yes.
So it was tortoise in the hair kind of a thing.
No, Zach probably ate more ice cream in the past week trying to cram for this assignment.
That's what I was going to say.
It was insane.
So we
did
got
not
after-
think we were doing the show, and Zach all of a sudden
We got
ate
after Jacob
30?
so many times. We got after Jacob so many times for how he would just wait and then just binge that last week and then hate everything. And I totally saw you guys pulling a Jacob.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah, no, Zach was a
how
true
dare
martyr
you?
for the cause.
In the last week, I had 23 flavors.
My goodness.
How's your tummy?
Did you have an eating buddy? Did you have an ice cream buddy?
Yes.
Okay.
I had
Always-
3 cute ones. So
Listen, boys
Yeah.
and girls, always have an ice cream buddy.
Yeah,
Just that's my advice to you.
Yes. Well, when you get down to the end and you're just combining random flavors, do that early where you can have flavors that complement each other.
Yes.
No, my wife and I go to eat and we have 6 different flavors that barely
chocolate and
barely
rainbow
match up.
sherbet on top.
Yeah. Rainbow sherbet, daiquiri ice, and something with no sugar added, and you're like, okay, here we go.
Well, and as we were doing this, kind of the rating criteria we were going on was like taste and texture.
If
and
you'd eat a scoop or 2,
longevity, I think is what
Yeah.
we called it. where
If
was
it pairs well.
Yeah, if it paired well with other ones. Because that definitely is a factor, Zach, of like, if you get flavors that meld poorly into one another, it's a terrible experience.
Well, initially, and I mentioned this, I was kind of a stickler for it. I didn't want what I called cross-contamination.
Right.
I wanted to just eat a single scoop every time I went. I would
it
get
kosher.
it on an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Give it a pure experience. That it went away later.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I totally.
because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It is
It's much
cheaper.
cheaper to get a
And
double or triple scoop.
I found out right when I was done, you can get 3 kids scoops for way
so
less.
if you're craving ice cream after listening to this show, because
Which
we
you
know what
may.
will happen.
Because we're doing this in the celebration of the end of summer. That's why we timed it perfectly just for
That is
our October
perfectly
shows.
timed.
Yay.
Not because we were slow on the challenge.
But
Not
get
because I
kid
finished in
scoops.
August.
Kid scoops are the perfect size, and they're just big enough, just
Would have been
small
perfect
enough.
during that heat wave.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, they're also relatively inexpensive.
No, but you're exactly right, Ken. I have some facts and figures here because a single scoop, and this is as of this recording at the locations nearby where we are, so there may be some variance where you are, but a single scoop of ice cream is $3.79.
Yikes.
Which is pricey
Yeah.
for ice cream. But the nice thing about it is if you get a kid scoop, like you said, it's $3.19. And it's, from what I understand, I didn't ever get a kid scoop. Not much smaller. It's like a regular size
Right.
scoop.
yeah, especially if you just want to try something out, it's a great size.
Yeah.
It's definitely enough where you go, I have a good idea of what this tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
I know if I would want a larger portion or get it in like a waffle cone or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, if you're curious, get the kid scoop, and you can get a triple kid scoop, and it's less than a double full scoop.
Yes.
Well, and that's what I was going to say too. Is as I was doing this, I realized I was kind of saving money because a single scoop is $3.79, a double scoop is $5.19. So you already saved $2.
Oh, yeah?
If you get a triple scoop, it's $6.19, and it's saving you over $5.
Mm-hmm.
If you choose to do a challenge like this, do that. And then Kent, you mentioned or Zach mentioned that you can actually get the ice cream in separate cups.
If you, if you're nice to the
You're gonna
employees,
say
I
flirt.
had it.
if you flirt with the
I only
employees,
asked for that to happen once, and I did have to make conversation. What's your favorite flavor?
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing this challenge.
Totally.
I'm trying to eat all the flavors. I don't think these two would go great together.
you do have to fall on the sword.
And then I was
you
like,
have to fall on the sword by being nice. Yeah.
and then I specifically said, I'll just take two scoops of these. And I was hoping like, please charge me for a double. Please charge me for a double. Sure enough, got charged for a double,
Nice.
not 2 individual singles.
Yes, exactly.
Well, and then I also, like I said, I primarily went to one right by me, but it's because I kind of got locked in. Because every time I got a receipt, on the bottom of the receipt, there was a, hey, do this little survey, and we'll give you $1 off the next time you come. Any purchase over $4, so you can't just get a single scoop. They want you to get a single scoop in a fancy cone or something like that. But you'll give you $1 off, but you have to use it within 7 days at the location you got the receipt from.
You're losing money not getting more ice cream.
Practically. So I kept going back to that one over and over again because I'm like, I'm getting the discount. I'm getting the money back. Woo woo.
And you're slowly dying inside.
Yeah, but most of the flavors were there. Like I crossed off most of my. I really only went to 2.
I think you had the best location of us 3.
the widest variety.
Yes.
And the people there were really nice. Actually, I almost every single Baskin-Robbins I went to, the employees were nice.
How many Baskin-Robbins did you guys go to complete this challenge? I was at...
I've been to 3 today.
yeah.
As of
Oh,
the day
wow.
of this
Yeah, at the
recording.
end, literally these
3.
two at the end were like messaging each other, being like, "I heard they got
Guys.
butter rum ripple
Go
over
to
at this
North
one."
Ogden for these 2. Go to Clearfield for these
Yes.
ones.
Yeah.
I went to 6
Downtown
altogether.
Salt Lake for this one, 6 total.
Yeah.
I primarily went to 2. Most of it, all of it was at one. It was like 75% at this
Perfect.
one.
Yeah.
And then I went to the second one to grab a couple flavors. I went to one other one for a new flavor, and then tonight we just went kind of a victory lap.
Okay.
To the one. So now, and then we can also talk about the cones as well, because we didn't rate the cones.
No.
There's no official ranking of the cones here. But are you guys, generally speaking, more cake fan, more sugar cone fans, more waffle cone,
Cake.
dipped?
Cake cones.
You are.
The classic cake cone.
The classic cake cone, because they are literally built for the ice cream. They are built to compensate for melting ice cream.
So you don't like the little droplets, the tricky drops?
They just like come out the very bottom point of the sugar cone.
Like, for example, tonight, Joel had a couple tricky drops on his shirt.
I did.
Yeah.
And I almost never get a waffle cone, and I got
But
a
waffles taste the best.
waffle bowl.
Oh.
Waffle bowl, same
So-
taste, more convenient.
Can we not say just cup?
I got just cup on
I'm
a couple.
primarily a cup
just
fan.
cup was
Yeah.
my primary.
Yeah.
See, I'm a sugar cone guy.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I love the sugar.
If I get a cone, it's a waffle cone.
I'm not paying extra for the waffle cone.
Of course you're not. You just talked for 30 minutes about price.
Yeah. But with the cones there, they also do this thing where it's like you get the regular cone, like cake, sugar, waffle.
Yeah.
Then you have the chocolate dipped cake, sugar, waffle.
It's extra.
Then you have the fancy cake, sugar, waffle. And fancy just means it's dipped in chocolate and then either rolled in sprinkles or rolled in nuts. I did not like the fancy cones.
Neither.
The chocolate they use is really low quality chocolate on
Yeah.
those cones. And then the sprinkles, it just like coated your mouth in a very thin.
You're already
film.
eating so much sugar. Why bother?
I'm an anti-sprinkle in general.
But you
of my
mentioned
life.
you like the nut.
I like the nut, and I actually kind of like the chocolate.
See, I didn't like the nut
Zach,
because
I was nicknamed Sprinkles once at a previous job.
I don't
Are you
like
anti-me?
I don't like sprinkles.
Why have we stopped calling him that? I forgot we called him that.
Oh,
in this
no.
episode.
What have I done?
But the nut one I also didn't like because I felt like it was too sharp. Like as I'm
Yeah.
licking the ice cream and I hit the cone, it was like, gravel.
Nuts in moderation with my ice cream.
Generally speaking,
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I thought it was like my favorite novelty ice cream is like the drumstick. You know, the one that's the chocolate
Now,
dipped
see,
in-
that's good because that's good chocolate.
But it's better chocolate and
It kind
smaller.
of disappears into the cone as well.
The nuts that at least my location put on were quite large.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Now they have like the healthier quote unquote options, which is like the no sugar added.
Which about half the calories.
Yeah, and
for these.
it's got an artificial sweetener in there.
And we're going 4 scoop. You're probably getting about 240 calories on average. If they're
for the no
just a
sugar
regular
added.
sugar
Oh,
ice cream.
regular sugar.
Yes,
yeah, so for the no sugar added, you get half the calories and a third the taste.
precisely.
But also they have the no dairy ones, which are made from oat milk. I found out. I asked her. I said, "Well, if it's no dairy, what's in this?" And she told me oat milk. And I tried it, and I was like, "There's a texture difference, but the taste was not offensive." So it was kind of interesting, to kind of branch out there and be like, "Okay, there's different ways to enjoy ice cream."
Like the Choco Chunk.
Yeah. I found out, speaking of back to cones, by the way, I found out the waffle cone is definitely better suited for a double scoop than a sugar cone.
Yeah.
It's so funny to see a waffle cone with a single scoop in it.
It's
'Cause
sad.
the waffle cones are giant.
Yeah. And I don't know how either of you dealt with this. I had a beard for most of my
Same.
quest,
Yeah.
most of my ice cream quest. And it's not easy to eat an ice cream cone with a beard.
Licking an ice cream cone and having a beard is one of the more difficult things I've
I
ever
did
done.
not enjoy it. I really didn't. I shaved off my beard because I'm like,
It was
Because
ice
you had
cream.
sour milk in your beard for a little
Yes, it's
bit?
right at the corners of the mouth.
Yes. I had that tonight, actually.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
With my creepy
Bad.
mustache.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Bad.
I did, however, lose weight during this challenge, which is weird.
Don't give credit to the ice cream.
I'm not, but I was so weirded out by it that I lost a couple pounds while I was eating.
You watch your weight?
No, well,
Joel?
I do occasionally.
Okay.
I like to be somewhat
Just
healthy.
checking.
It's over 40.
Yeah, I got to start caring about something.
Your doctor told you to.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could contribute to a lot of stress that was happening during the challenge.
Yeah,
but
precisely.
also I was eating 2 scoops of ice cream every day, and I was losing weight.
I've
Thinking about
lost
this
weight
challenge
and
makes me
my
really sick.
arteries are not happy.
Well,
Yeah.
and I also think it's because I was not hungry for dinner. Like I ate this after lunch. I have 2 scoops of ice cream. Then I got to dinner, and I'm like, I don't really feel like eating
Yeah.
anything.
I've been doing intermittent fasting, and so I try to finish eating by 8, but there were nights where I'm like, hey, it's 9:30, and I'm just kind of hanging out at my house. What should I do? Oh, I really need to eat ice cream tonight, or I'm not going to catch up.
Oh,
It's ruined me.
that's exactly what it is, though. It's the challenge.
Yeah.
It gets in your head. Did you have any sort of mishaps or unique experiences with ice cream?
No, it just was kind of weird because when we've done the previous food challenges, you've had the option of online ordering or drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was the first one where it's like
There is an app that
There is an
exists.
that you cannot order
Ice cream.
ice cream on.
You can order ice cream cakes.
You can order through DoorDash and get ice cream that way.
Why would you want a DoorDash ice cream, though? It seems like it would get all melty before it even got
Well,
to
you can just DoorDash it and then pick it up.
I think the most awkward part about it is if I ever went by myself, there were generally families with children, and there was a man with a weird beard, and I already had 3
Tell me you
scoops
didn't have
that
that
day.
mustache as you were sitting in the
No,
corner.
not just until today. But I would order 3 scoops at once, and then just walk out the door like the weirdo every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
just
was the
felt
thing.
awkward about
Did
it.
you go at the same time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I went at about the same time.
Yeah.
Whenever I went in, and I ran into the same people, and they're like, "What are you trying today?"
Yeah.
Oh, dang it, they figured it out. But yeah, it was the first one where it's like, okay, I have to face a person.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have to face the same person.
Don't you hate that?
Multiple times. It is one of my biggest fears in life to be a regular anywhere.
Really?
And
you
I-
don't want to go out and say, hey, give me the usual?
Nope, never. Like I once became a regular at a bowling alley, and I stopped going. They're like,
you have your own ball.
I'm going to give you the league price because you're in here all the time. I know you're not in the league, but we'll give you this price. I'm like, cool.
Wait,
Last-
wait. They were going to let you save money and you stopped going?
Last time I ever
Give
went.
it to Joel. Oh, you noticed me.
That hurt me.
Nope.
It is, speaking of, though, like the walking out with the ice cream, just earlier this week, last week when this is recording, I was taking my car into the shop, and I was dropping by this ice cream place by Baskin-Robbins on the way, and I picked up an ice cream cone, and I sat in the car. I didn't want to go in the auto shop because I didn't want to walk in there and be
Licking
like,
your ice cream
I'd be
cone?
like, hi, can you check my car?
It's pink bubble gum.
I don't know how it works, but I'm eating ice cream and I want to go hands dirty. Like I really felt stupid walking around licking an ice cream cone. And so I had to like do it in the privacy of my car and then go and be like, oh, hey, I'm here for my registration.
Hey,
Hey, hold on. Sports.
Did you just put leaves in my air filter?
Oh, and there was one time I took one of my kids with me, my son, and he got Wild and Reckless sherbet, which is this bright purple and pink and blue, the brightest ice cream you could ever think of. And we started eating in the store. We talked for a bit, and then I'm like, hey, I got to get back home. And so we got in the car, and he put the ice. It was in a cup, and it was by this point it was partially melted, semi-liquid.
When that melts, it is not a good color.
It turns all sorts of terrible. Yeah. But he put it on the center console in my car, and then he's in the back seat, so that's why he put it up there on the center console. I'm in the front seat. It's my Toyota Corolla. And then I put one hand on the steering wheel, and then I put one hand to shift the car and to drive, actually reverse, and I elbowed the cup.
You got a little reckless with it.
Yeah, I got Wild and Reckless, and that melted Wild and Reckless ice cream spilled all over the floor of my back seat. And I felt bad for my son.
That's part of the test now.
It's ingrained in there. I cleaned it up. I got it all out. My poor son, he was so worried that he was going to get blamed somehow, and I was just like, sorry, dude, that's on me. And so he was okay. But he'd eaten enough of it. He was fine too. He wasn't too sad. But overall, it was a good experience. I enjoyed this challenge. So thank you, gentlemen, for getting it.
I'm really glad it's over.
For getting the ball rolling right here in fall.
I had 2 different occurrences where I ate something and said, that is the worst ice cream I've ever had.
Really? I cannot wait to hear.
2 occurrences.
Yes. So now, should we get into the rankings?
Yes.
Let's.
The way we did this, it's bacon science. Because we did not say, oh, this is my favorite, oh, this is my favorite. That's not how we're doing this. We all scored the ice creams independently of one another. We put it together on a special matrix.
On an unbiased scale. This is 1 to 10. This is a Zack scale, really.
Yeah, that was the funny thing, by the way, is we're like, hey, how should we rank these?
Because I gave grades as I was going.
And I was giving out of 5 stars.
Of course you were.
Why don't we just do it out of 10?
And so,
okay.
Hey, you can't work with grades on a spreadsheet, okay?
That's true. Yeah, you can't. But you probably could, actually. Teachers do it, right? Anyway, but we put them all together on a spreadsheet, our independent scores of one another. Then we averaged them out, and we got these rankings. And if you
yes, we have our own personal ranking.
We do. And then we put them together, and that's going to be the combined ranking. That's going to be the factual information, the unbiased opinion of 3 biased people.
Very much so.
And if you are a patron of Baconsale, we're going to be posting our spreadsheet there so you can see all the raw rankings.
And we've belabored the point. Like, there are 49 flavors we're going to be talking about.
I ended up trying 49.
I did 48.
You did 48?
45.
And if you were to get every single flavor in a single scoop at Baskin-Robbins, of all the ones we did, it would cost you approximately $206.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is a lot of money on ice cream.
It's a lot of money.
But
we're not going to be talking about every single flavor. We're going to give the 5 worst combined, then give some awards. We're going to give the 5 best combined. That's when you should really listen, because if you're feeling like ice cream, take our recommendation.
Yeah.
And then we may go through some like personal choices as well.
Maybe.
Yes.
Shall we dive in?
Let's start with the 5th from the bottom, gentlemen.
The bottom ones, the ones we didn't like, the ones that shouldn't exist.
I mean, so actually, because we average out our scores, this ended up being within our bottom 5. We actually have 3 that tie for the same low score.
Right.
What should we start with?
Let's start with Oreo and cold brew.
Oreo and cold brew.
This was actually my favorite story of the entire experience, because Joel was so gung-ho about this challenge. And if you know Joel, you know when someone says cold brew, that's not something he's really going to partake of. And I don't know if you did a blind taste of this, Joel.
Well, here's the thing, Kent. Just to show you how Joel I am...
Which is good, because it's you.
I heard cold brew. I thought beer.
Okay, so
I thought it was beer-flavored ice cream.
Oreos and beer.
The description on the Baskin-Robbins website is made from real cold brew concentrate. This cold brew flavored ice cream is irresistibly smooth and rich. Plus, it's sprinkled with pockets of sweet Oreo cookies and pulled together with a delicious cookie ribbon.
Yeah.
So there it says cold brew. And yes, you were thinking beer. Most people seeing it and thinking about it would think
cold
coffee
brew.
Grains, coffee beans.
Yeah.
And this is straight up coffee grains sprinkled into a cookies and cream mix.
Yeah.
But it's heavy on the coffee grains.
Yeah.
This is a bitter ice cream.
So when Joel...
It's very bitter.
So, Zach, do you remember when Joel confessed
yes.
to us?
Yes.
You guys.
Like it was like he sinned.
I was really worried that he had made a big mistake.
Yeah.
That he had messed something up with the podcast, that he was leaving.
Like, there were some tears.
There were.
I think he sent a picture of him crying.
Yeah, probably.
A single tear down my cheek. Because I found out that, yes, an ingredient of this ice cream is coffee. And I also found out coffee extract. So I was like, oh, these other ones have coffee extract. That's just like coffee flavoring. No. It's concentrated coffee juice.
Yes.
It is like coffee.
Yeah.
So I did confess it, and then I forsook it.
Yeah.
So
10 Hail Marys.
basically.
All that good stuff. Yes.
And I should clarify, I'm a member of the Church of Christ of Latter-day Saints, I don't drink coffee. I actually like the
You've had
smell of
coffee desserts though, right?
Well, like
it's-
coffee jelly bellies and things like that.
Well,
but
and it's very apparent that you and I don't consume a lot of coffee treats.
it's not on our taste buds to enjoy.
because we rank this really low, whereas
We did.
Zach.
All three.
Zach put it in mid-range.
There are 3 coffee-based flavors that we tried at Baskin-Robbins.
What are the
and
other
you guys
2?
all scored them very low. There was just regular Jamocha and then a Jamocha almond fudge.
Yeah.
You gave them all, I think, at the most a 3. But I gave this one a 6. So I think you gave Oreo and cold brew both a 2.
2,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this
Out of
average,
10.
or this got 10 points, an average of 3.3. I liked this one just fine. It was a bit bitter for my taste. My wife really enjoyed it, and she actually ended up pairing it with one of the richer chocolate options. That was her double scoop, and I had those two together, and that was pretty good. Like it needed something to cut down that bitterness.
I feel like if you're going to pick a coffee flavored one, Jamocha or an Irish cream would probably do the job.
Jamocha almond fudge.
And well, here's the thing: if coffee's your thing, this is probably one you like because it's got cookies in it.
And it truthfully was mine. They don't get on the list, and I don't have like an honorable mention for them. But I gave Jamocha an 8 and Jamocha almond fudge a 9.
Wow!
I really, really liked Jamocha.
So if you go to like
almond fudge.
Arby's, you would get like a Jamocha shake.
We should probably
have
talk
in the
about.
past.
We should probably talk about this right now too. Is that there were some wildly differing opinions that we're going to be talking about,
Yeah.
where 2 of us would like something and 1 of us would tank it.
Luckily,
completely.
we all tanked something for each other.
Yes.
It's pretty balanced.
I think we're all mad at each other secretly, and we're waiting for that to come around.
Oh, yeah.
That'll happen. All right, should we do our number 4 now?
Next up, we have no sugar added pineapple coconut.
You know, Baskin-Robbins is known for their catchy names, and this
Yeah.
is no exception.
This one also scored 10 points total, an average of 3.3 per person.
Yeah, because I gave it a 3, Kent gave it a 3, Zach gave it a 4.
Yeah, pretty even on this one.
This one, no sugar added pineapple coconut. You can obviously guess which part of that I am not happy with.
The coconut,
2/3 of it.
no sugar.
I don't like the no sugar added. I don't like the pineapple.
Honestly, what's the point?
I hate coconut. I hate
see.
coconut flakes.
What a flavor.
A flavor's great.
What about pie?
No, bad.
No.
Because it has the flakes in it.
So let me give the
The
description here.
dandruff. The coconut dandruff, nobody needs that.
Along with a catchy name like that, you need a catchy description. Here's what I got. Reduced fat, no sugar added pineapple coconut, flavored ice cream with chunks of pineapple.
Okay,
Ew!
Yeah.
I ate this and I swear it was like rotten. There was something
Isn't
about
the
it,
pineapple in it?
and I think it was just what I was eating.
Because
it with.
you have chunks.
It was
And you have chunks after as well.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
blow chunks.
Yes.
eating this.
Hey,
I really didn't like it.
no, it's bad. Pineapple is bad enough for me. I absolutely hate it. But when there's no sugar added, it gets worse. The coconut was enough for me that I didn't absolutely, totally hate it. and
So you're
vomit.
okay with the nutty coconut flavor.
No, I love coconut in all shapes and forms.
Yeah, but it's
I
the
do.
pineapple mix in with the no
Pineapple's
sugar.
terrible. With the no sugar.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I think this is the one where if I was just eating a scoop of this, like it was messed up by being contaminated by other flavors. If I was just eating this, because when I got like 3 bites of this in a row, that third one was the best one because my palate was used to it, and that happened actually with a lot of these.
become
flavors.
numb.
I've become numb to anything else. So I don't think it's inherently bad. I just think compared to other ice creams, it doesn't stand up.
No, it's rotten.
It's not good.
It's
Don't
not
get
good.
it.
Don't get no sugar on pineapple coconut.
Nope, no way.
Okay, our third worst, I'd agree with this, is Cherry's Jubilee.
This is one where there's a little bit of division. However,
Yeah.
once again, this scored 10 total points, averaging 3.3 per person. But Joel, you scored much higher than Kent.
I did. You two hated this one.
I scored a
hated it.
3. I'm right in the middle between you two. So Kent scored it a 1. I scored it
It's
a
a
3.
1.
Joel, you scored it a 6.
Let me give the description real quick. You're invited to a Jubilee. There's an exclamation point there. Guests include cherry-flavored ice cream, cherry halves, and a hint of rum flavor.
I'm not going to this party.
Celebrate this bountiful harvest of deliciousness.
Guys, I don't know, but I don't think I like rum.
Oh, I don't like rum flavoring at all. Like butter rum lifesavers?
I'd rather have rum than cherries.
What?
Cherries, we found this out on the fruit show. Cherries are gross.
But cherries-
I ate this one and I immediately got the chills. I was like, ugh.
Cherry chocolate chip ice cream is one of my favorite things. I love it.
Ew.
Yeah, it's good.
But like the frozen cherry flesh in this ice cream, it's not good.
Why is this so
The
bad?
cherry flavored
I liked
ice
it.
cream? Because it's cough syrup. This is cough syrup with flesh in it.
The cherry I really enjoyed in this one, and the rum flavor was subtle. I definitely like this than any other rum flavored option they had there, but I didn't hate it. I liked it. I was surprised.
I took one bite and went, "Oh no, I hate this."
Was one of the worst?
I took 3 more bites and went, "Oh, I really."
Was this one of the worst ones?
No.
Isn't that sad when you know you have to keep going? You're like, I need to form a valid opinion.
Yeah, because there were so many that just I
What, you
needed to be
finished it
convinced.
if you hated it?
I would eat at least half of the
I think
scoop.
there was only one.
Yeah.
Some
Did you
of
only
these-
have one scoop? One
The Jamocha
spoonful?
ones got like one spoonful and they're like in the trash.
No, I had to do one, and it was like a wine tasting. I was like, it's nutty. And then I'd have to go back.
I think I actually wrote in my notes.
Are you going to allow
first-
those mouth noises?
I wrote in my notes the first bite was actually fine, but I got tired of it really fast.
Yeah. I could see that happening. I did like this is the one my kids got, and I got to take a couple bites of it. I probably would have got sick of it had they.
Yeah,
eaten
if you
it.
had a whole scoop, not worth your time.
Coming in at number 2 on our worst list, I don't know why.
Oh, it makes so much sense.
Fat-free vanilla frozen yogurt.
This is disgusting.
Joel, you've been poor before, right?
Yes.
Right?
Currently, yes.
So when your parents were like, hey, kids, here's some ice cream. It's been in the freezer for a couple years. There's like a solid 2 inches of freezer burn.
Ew.
Scoop that off, read it. That freezer burn is fat-free vanilla
No, it is
frozen
not.
yogurt. No, I straight up tasted freezer burn here.
That's
hated
a problem
this.
of the
I
freezer,
completely-
not
no.
the ice cream.
It's a problem with the fat-free.
No.
You know
This
what's
is tasteless.
You know
Here.
what's delicious? I really am a big fan of the white vanilla Tootsie Rolls. Those are so good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you made them a bad texture ice cream substitute?
Yes.
That's what these are.
Yeah.
I hate this stuff.
Can I read the description?
Yes.
Fat-free? Yes. Flavor-free?
Yes.
Never.
Also yes.
Deceive your taste buds with this creamy, fat-free, vanilla-flavored frozen yogurt. There, that's hard
A lot
to
of
say.
alliteration there.
So on this one, as far as our scoring goes, this one scored 9 total points, averaging 3 per person. However, Kent and I gave it a 1, and Joel gave it a 7.
I was surprised by how much I like this one.
Does it compare to normal vanilla for you?
It's just
Was it just a
it's
nice-
frozen yogurt? It's froyo.
Was it a nice change of pace?
I don't know. I
Or
got
were
this
you
one-
thinking of this on like the low bar of a fat-free
It was
ice
definitely
cream?
a low bar. Like I went in being like, I'm not looking
But
forward to
even
today.
with the low bar, why would you spend nearly $4 on a scoop of this?
But it was. I liked the flavor. It tasted like just frozen yogurt.
You know the frozen yogurt bars where you can like get the different flavors and put a bunch of stuff on it,
Yeah.
and they charge you by the weight.
Yeah.
When I do that, the weight is 80% topping, and like I accidentally put a little bit of frozen yogurt in it. I don't like frozen
Wait, so you're
yogurt
just in there
at
putting
all.
gummy bears and sprinkles, and then being like, "Oh, you don't like sprinkles?"
I know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only putting toppings because this is gross.
I was surprised by how good it tasted. Because like you said, the bar
Hard
was so low.
disagree.
I was like, I'm not looking forward to it. And I'm like, well, that's not bad.
No, it's the worst.
So I ended up enjoying it, the whole thing.
Before we get to our last flavor,
Our number one worst.
I just wanted to give you guys a little. I'm liking the numbers on this. Did you know that Joel likes ice cream most, at least Baskin-Robbins? His average score was 6.82.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mine, second highest at 5.96.
All right.
And
It's almost
Ken
a
hates
point lower.
everything at,
Period.
at 5.73.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just barely hit everything more than you.
Here's the thing. You two were much more harsh than I was.
Yeah.
And also because since I was doing it on a 5 scale, my 1s turned into 2s when I bumped it up to a 10 scale. So I think I only gave one.
I
one.
feel
You're grading
you
on the
graded-
curve?
I feel like you graded it more like actual grades, where your average was, closer to a C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
That's right.
mine
I
was,
tried to get there.
ours was closer to the center. So different ways of looking at it.
Yeah.
But with that, our number one worst flavor, the one
Don't
that you're
get it.
not going to hear a recommend from us, is daiquiri ice.
This classic cocktail is now scoopable and ready to refresh. We blend tangy lime puree with a splash of rum flavoring. A splash? They drowned
splash.
it. To bring you a dairy-free, fat-free dessert bursting with flavor. Happy hour in every bite.
Okay, guys, let's paint a picture, right?
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to Hobby Lobby real quick, okay? Guys, let's go look for some crafts.
Yeah.
Oh, let's walk through this aisle real quick.
Yeah.
They have like these fake flowers.
Yeah.
Walk by. Oh, what's that acrid smell that comes with the fake flowers?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the taste of daiquiri ice.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one I saw, and it's light blue, but it's like Drano light blue. And you see it and you go, oh, it's a sorbet. This is going to be just fine. It's
Yeah.
going to be fruity
Safe.
and fresh, and then it is straight up poison.
Yeah.
A one bite in, and I
you
went,
guys-
oh, please no.
Kids these days, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Kids these days make slime, their own slime
Yeah.
on YouTube
Yeah.
videos. I think so. That's what they did. This is what inspired this ice cream because the texture is just off, the flavor
Yeah.
is off, As I was eating it, I was like, I am not enjoying this. But it wasn't my worst rated.
It wasn't. I gave it a straight 0.
But it's because someone else. Okay, can I confess something?
You made one of your kids get this?
My 4-year-old. My 4-year-old.
You like her least? She's the baby.
No, she was one of the.
She can't listen yet.
She was one of the last ones to go. And
You like her least?
I knew she wouldn't have a strong opinion unless I picked her up and like showed her the ice cream and she wanted the colorful ones, which she did. But then I said, no, why don't you get this pink one?
Joel, hold on. What's in this? Zach, what's one of the flavors in this one?
Rum.
Rum flavoring. Rum flavoring.
Uh-huh.
My wife said,
Hey, you want to know what the other one I got her was? She got 2 scoops. It was Cherry's Jubilee.
rum.
She can handle the sauce.
She slept so well on the way home.
It's like, hey, this is my 4-year-old. She's a lush. My wife.
She's a day drinker.
My wife had a bite and she's like, oh, that's just rum. That's
Straight up rum, and I
no
don't
lie.
like that flavor. Like my
I'm dying.
it was bad. My poor kid. I owe her some good ice
Darling,
cream.
I got you some ice cream at the grocery store. It's rum raisin.
If she listened to this episode, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Please don't hate me.
She's
for
a
this.
trooper. That is the worst one, though. Zach, was that one of the worst ice creams you've ever had?
No, just because I know what it was going for, and it wasn't for me. As far as scoring goes on this one, Joel, you gave this a 4?
Yeah, because I was going to say I could see
Because his 4-year-old
No,
had
'cause
it.
I do not like rum flavoring, but I could see if people like the taste of rum,
That's fair.
This is right up their alley.
It's
'cause
too
like,
much. It's a punch in the
concentrated.
face.
So you gave it a 4. I gave it a 1.
It's an
and
island flavor.
So if you gave it a 4 and I gave it a 1, this one had a total of 5 points. 4 plus 1. Kent gave it a 0.
Straight up 0.
1.7
Total
average per person.
Turkey. You say this tastes like an island? This is like licking a seashell. This is
I
disgusting.
didn't say it was a good tasting island.
Okay.
You're licking sand and ocean water.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
So there you
Wow.
go. There's our bottom 5. Our
It makes
Oreo,
me angry.
Oreo and cold brew, no sugar added pineapple coconut, Cherry's Jubilee, fat-free vanilla frozen yogurt, I don't know why, and daiquiri ice. So those are the worst,
These are what you need to avoid.
according to Bacon Science.
Yes.
Now, let's do something a little different here. Before we get into the top 5.
Just us squirrels.
Since we have so many flavors to choose from, we have some awards now that we'd like to give to those flavors that didn't make our bottom 5 and didn't make our top 5.
Bad for those that aren't mentioned, but here we go.
So for example, I'm going to do one here.
Yeah.
The Take My Word For It award
Okay.
goes to non-dairy salted fudge, because I'm the only one here at the table
Okay, rubbing
that got
it
to
in.
try. No, and I'm
I
not
looked
rubbing it
at
in.
4 different Baskin-Robbins.
No, you guys tried.
for this.
You
Yeah.
definitely tried to find this. So this is one. It's basically that it's non-dairy salted fudge. It's oat milk with fudge that's salted, and it was discontinued before Zach and Kent could get to it. I actually talked to an employee. She's
By like a day?
She's like, yeah, it's going away soon. As soon as
Okay.
it was gone, I think they were going to be gone. I didn't hate it. It tasted like cake frosting. It was very kind of had that rich flavor to it, so I definitely couldn't eat the whole thing, and there were little chunks of fudge in it. I was tired of it by the end, but overall, I gave it a 6 out of 10. It was fine. But that's the Take My Word For It award, because even you listening to this right now will probably never get to try it.
Okay, I'm going to go positive, and I'm going to give this the impromptu award of the yummy tasting island, because this is Beach Day.
Beach Day!
Where have you been all my life? To describe Beach Day, this is a blue ice cream. And I was like, oh, I'm going to pair that with a fruity ice cream.
Bad idea.
Bad idea, because this is basically, well, I can go into
Did
it.
you ever read the labels?
Never.
Yeah. Okay.
It's small
Oh, yeah.
print.
yeah. Okay.
I read the labels.
But
Beach
if I
Day-
did, it's salted vanilla flavored ice cream with milk chocolate flavored caramel filled sea turtles and frosting flecks and swirls of graham cracker sand. This is a very rich ice cream, even though it doesn't appear to be. Mm-hmm. And this one I tried and I went, no way. There's no way this is this good. I've never had this in my life.
This is my son's new favorite ice cream.
This is my perfect 10.
This is your perfect 10?
This is my perfect 10.
Did you only give one?
Yeah, I only give one.
Whoa.
This got my highest rank.
I put it really high. I don't know if I gave it a 10.
Because it tastes a little bit like cotton candy, but graham crackers, there was so much diversity in texture and flavor.
Yeah.
There were like Lucky Charms marshmallows, it felt like in there.
Joel, you gave it a 9.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved this.
So happy for you.
Zach-
I
Zach?
hated it.
How?
Hated or hate?
I gave it a 4.
So you're a mountain guy. You don't like the beach?
No, I'm not a beach person.
Yeah.
I don't know why you want your ice cream to have the texture of sand.
No,
'Cause
graham
that's what this
graham
does.
cracker sand.
Graham cracker sand. Sand.
When I go to Cold Stone, I get graham crackers in there.
Count me as Anakin. Like, I don't like sand. Okay, I don't want that texture in my ice cream.
We were so floored that you didn't like this act that
I went back
you felt obligated to go get it again.
because this is one of the flavors that my wife had.
Yeah.
and I tried it, and she Didn't like it. When I was talking about, I'm thinking about one of those flavors that was so bad. She's like, oh, it must be Beach Day, right?
No way.
It was her least favorite. What? The entire time. Lowest.
Joel and I both got that tonight.
Yeah, and I loved it.
Oh, no. So I got it tonight as well. Because I wanted to make it up to you and maybe think maybe something I'm missing. Was this batch bad? And I will say, I think maybe the batch that I had was not as good as the batch that I had tonight. But there's way too much going on in this ice cream. I don't like it.
It's diversity. You hate diversity?
Why do I have
Disney?
giant green sprinkles in my blue ice cream?
But it works
that has
somehow.
the texture of grit. No, this is.
Oh, there's
not
one in
good.
here that I was going to say the churro dulce de leche that had the texture of grit.
Yeah.
That was gross, and I hated it.
I don't know. I didn't like it as much as I wanted.
Yeah.
That's not even one. But
All right, Zach.
Beach Day. I cannot believe that you guys were so high on this.
This
I
almost
hated
made it
Still high on
into
it.
top 5, but it did not.
because Zach tanked it.
He did.
I gave it a 4, and after eating it, I considered giving it a 3. No, pass.
Rude.
So I gave this is an award. It's a nostalgia award for the kid in us who liked to eat rocks. This is the bubblegum ice cream because I got to be honest, that flavor, that pink bubblegum flavor, double bubble, that pure bubblegum flavor is delicious. I love it, and it brings me back to my childhood. But what the heck is going on with the chunks
I
of
gave this one
bubblegum?
the award of, is that gum or is that my teeth? Because they're frozen. And in fact, here we are bashing on it. I know a guy who loves this flavor.
I gave this one the Taste of My Childhood award, and I gave it a perfect 10.
Give it a 10.
I love pink bubblegum.
And honestly, if this didn't have the chunks in it, I think I'd be there
fine.
with you. I loved it.
I
But
love
they
the bubblegum
kept-
chunks.
Although the pink ice cream kind of tastes like when you go to the orthodontist and they say don't breathe and they put little molds
Little
in.
stuff in.
And that's what this pink bubblegum ice cream tastes like.
That's why I don't go to the
mind
dentist.
it.
Because you want to still enjoy this?
No, I don't mind. I just hate the chunks. So what we did is, this is what my stepdaughter was eating because obviously she was
Bubblegum.
like bubblegum. She'll like it, and she's like, "Mom, there's chunks in this." I'm like, "Oh, it's pieces of bubblegum." And she started to chew it. She's like, "No, I don't like this." So she spit it out, and then she ended up spitting out every single chunk of ice.
And then you got bubblegum after.
And then so there was a pile. I even have a picture of it. It was a pile of them, and I went, "I'm going to eat that."
no.
So I took all of them in her single scoop.
They were in her mouth.
And I ate them. And it was
Zach?
the grainiest, grossest thing. I'm like, why? Why would you do this?
Kid backwash?
I was
Like all the way.
it was not my wisest moment. But I will say the ice cream itself is so good.
It's okay.
Just take out the bubblegum.
This has always been one of my favorites. I still enjoy the bubblegum. I enjoy the bubblegum chunks. And when I went there, my kids were able to pick first what they wanted. And I tried so hard not to get bitter at my son for stealing this one from me. Because he said that, and I was like, I want that. But I'm like, okay, son. So I let him have it. But then I got it tonight, and I was very happy about that. So yes, my Taste of My Childhood, I still love it.
Very good. Love it. All right. What's the next award?
I'm also going to, another repeat, so I'm just going to save it here. I give this the Zack Hates Happiness Award to Beach Day.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No, I have taste buds.
It would have been in our top 5.
Hey, Baconsale approved taste buds? Beach Day?
Please,
Delicious.
listener, do me a favor. If you go and eat anything, try Beach Day. Tell me I'm right.
It's so
You're wrong,
good.
though.
Yeah, it was going to be in our top 5. It would have been in our top 5,
Yeah.
but Zach hated it.
I had to tank
He
it.
tanked it.
I hated it.
So that was my next award that had already been talked about.
All right.
My award is for you were the chosen one. It's cookies and cream. Guys, I love cookies and cream ice cream.
Yeah.
It's a major, pinnacle ice cream.
Yeah.
But the Baskin-Robbins one
It's
did not
good.
impress me.
It's so mediocre. It's crazy.
So, okay, I'm not alone here.
No, I totally
Joel,
agree.
you?
I liked it.
I gave this one a B-, maybe C+.
Give it
most
an
of my
10.
movie
Give it
reviews.
out of 10.
I give this one a 6, maybe a 7 tops. It just feels like there's less cookie chunks in here than there were in the cold brew. It just kind of feels like they got a bad mix, like they lost all the cookie.
Kent, you gave it a 7. Joel gave it an 8. I gave it a 6.
Yeah,
The average is 7.
I wanted this to be top 2, and it let me down.
It's crazy how mediocre it is.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to me.
It's solid. It's a solid flavor.
I would prefer a chocolate chip over this because I don't like. Every once in a while, you get a mushy Oreo.
See, and I like that more than I like the chocolate chips.
No, I wanted this to be better. I like cookies and cream shakes a lot.
Love them.
But this was very unimpressive. I'm giving this next award the "We're Always Better When We're Together" award, and that is the triple scoop combination of their chocolate, their vanilla, and their strawberry. Classic Neapolitan. I had that as a triple scoop, and I was so happy.
Is it the very berry
Did
strawberry?
you get a triple
very
scoop on a
berry
cone, or is
strawberry.
this in a cup?
This was in a cup.
That's a big scoop.
Oh,
That's a
well.
big amount of ice cream.
I like ice cream. This combination it's tried and true. It's classic. They obviously did it like with vanilla in the middle between the strawberry and the chocolate. And if I go back, I really want ice cream, I would absolutely get this again. Their vanilla is delicious. It's not under flavored. The strawberry has a nice kind of strawberry sauce feel to it. The chocolate is smooth and rich. This is a good combo. Classic flavors and classic ice cream. So Better Together award for the Neapolitan, basically.
Good picks.
Nice. The next award I'm giving out is the Surprisingly Delicious award. And that was Non-Dairy Mint Choco Chunk.
It's
Okay,
weird.
okay.
It's pretty good.
So, I like Colgate as well, right? Because a lot of people complain about mint chocolate chip being toothpaste flavored.
Yes.
Choco Chunk was definitely, and it's white too, so it's centered on toothpaste, but I kept going back to eat it.
So this is one of those not excited
Yeah.
days. This is one of those days when I went there and I'm like, non-dairy mint choco chunk. What the heck is that? And then I ate it and I went, wow, there's a lack of creaminess here.
yeah, the texture's a little weird.
It's a little weird, but once I got used to the texture, I was like, I actually really like this. And I kept going back and more, and I'm like, this is actually
And you didn't have to brush your
pretty
teeth
good.
that day, which was nice.
No.
Yeah.
It's a smooth mint flavor, and it's got fudge swirls and semi-sweet chocolate chunks.
Yeah.
And overall, I was just kind of like, wow, I guess non-dairy ice cream can be enjoyable.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's a weird one.
It was a
Yeah,
shock.
I get the one at 8 out of 10.
The chocolate chunks were like the type of chocolate that you eat when you're on a diet. But overall, it did have an Andes mint kind of feel.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got from it.
And I found myself being shocked as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is solid.
I would get it again.
You gave it an 8,
Yes.
Joel.
Yes.
Kent and I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
Good score.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right, another weird flavor, and I want your guys' takes on this one, but this is I love you not. Golden Hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought this one up.
Yeah.
Golden Hour is like a subtle fruit. It's like a yummy chapstick, right? Like you're kind of like putting too much chapstick on, you lick your lips, and you're like, oh, that's weird, but I could probably eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I tried a couple bites, and I'm like, I don't like this because it's a little too subtle, and I'm not sure what kind of fruit it was. And then all of a sudden I'm like, but why do I keep taking more bites?
It's a pretty fresh feeling.
Yeah,
ice cream.
Golden Hour is a
It's a
honey-flavored ice cream and strawberry lemonade ripple.
Yeah, honey strawberry lemonade.
It's
So-
like a frosted strawberry lemonade.
It's like weirdly bland, but then you keep going back.
Well, it's bland in the honey
It's a
thing, but then you
mystery.
get it's a bland in the honey section, but then you get the strawberry lemonade, and it's like, oh, there's the flavor.
It's a nice sweetness, and I'll tell you, once you've had 23 flavors in a week,
Yeah.
this was welcome.
It's unique, right?
I had this today. It's one of the later flavors I had.
Yeah.
I think the last 2 flavors I had in this challenge were Golden Hour and watermelon sorbet. And it was a great way to finish because they were lighter and
Right.
nice fruit flavor. I really liked Golden Hour, and I'm glad you shouted it out. My next one is, what's your secret? Because it tastes too good to be no sugar added. It is the caramel turtle, no sugar added.
Okay, I had a question about that, Zach, because the ice cream was definitely no sugar added. But were the turtles?
The turtles
no
are the
sugar added?
same. They looked to me and tasted the same.
They tasted
as
like
the ones
regular-
that are in Beach Day.
I thought the same thing, though. I was like, is there really no sugar added in the turtles?
I was shocked eating this because it was totally fine, right? You're eating it, and I'm expecting it to be bad, like the pineapple coconut one. But no, this was a total normal ice cream. What's the secret? I'm guessing the no sugar added is like, this is already naturally super sugary because of these ingredients. We're not adding any more to the mix or something.
That makes sense.
Because it still tastes quite sweet.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like it's a lie.
Like they're telling you it's healthy, but it's actually not.
No sugar
saying
added,
healthy.
but there's tons of sugar in it anyway.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
My next award I'm going to give is better than the real thing, and that's baseball nut.
It's better than eating baseballs.
It's better than baseball. It's better than watching baseball.
Well, let's not get crazy.
So, Baseball Nut, by the way, came out in 1958 when the Dodgers moved from Brooklyn to Los Angeles, and it's I'll just read the description here. It's 1, 2, 3 stripes. You're in with renowned baseball nut ice cream. Here's the pitch.
Hate it.
Vanilla flavored ice cream and cashews with a black raspberry ribbon. Catch it while you can. And I really like that raspberry ribbon. Like that was, I mean, they have raspberry ribbon in there to make it look like a baseball because it's white with a little red stripe in it. And it was very tasty. And the cashews gave it this very nice texture. I love cashews. And Zach and I both really enjoyed this. and then Kent taked it.
My next award is called Swing and a Miss. It's baseball nut.
It was so
come
good.
on.
I tried this one, and I do the little mouthfeel, and I go, okay, it's been 20 seconds, and I have not tasted anything. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there's nuts in here. Every flavor combined to cancel itself out, and then it was just nuts.
What?
Yeah, it didn't have any flavor.
Did you
for me
get
at all.
the black raspberry ribbon?
I definitely did. Hopefully
I
they
think
gave it
it's
to
a
me.
strange combination, but it works.
This is
I
not a
enjoyed this one.
destination ice cream. I scored this so low. It barely even counted as ice cream.
Joel, you
Empty
gave it
calories.
a 9.
I did.
I gave it an 8.
Yep.
Ken, you gave it a 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it deserves a 2. I
This
only
is
tasted
so much
nuts.
better
Hey,
than
Zach.
Beach Day. What are you doing?
Zach,
Oh,
Baconsale approved.
hardly.
Baseball nut is delicious.
Yeah. Boop.
Ew.
I like this.
That was used against me.
Next up, I have and this is according to my notes, that's the worst ice cream I've ever had award.
And it didn't
Okay.
make our bottom 5.
It did not make the
better not
bottom
be
5.
Beach Day,
Hold on, let me
Better
confirm.
not be Beach Day.
So it's Beach Day. I'm kidding.
Stop
I'm kidding. This is a flavor of the month. Frosted strawberry toaster treat.
Really?
I cannot describe how uncomfortable
Which-
eating this ice cream
'Cause
was.
it's like the chunks of
It's supposed to be
Pop-Tarts in
a strawberry Pop-Tart mixed up in ice cream.
That's not icing. I can tell that is just wax.
Yeah, it
And
wasn't
it's
good.
No, it wasn't.
And then
It was
the
disappointing.
grainy. I guess I like smooth ice cream. I don't like grainy ice cream. So the pieces of shortbread or whatever it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
the flavoring was all off. I really like the very berry strawberry or whatever it is. That is a
didn't
thousand
show up
times
here.
better than this flavor.
Right.
I hated.
Yeah, I gave this an
ice cream.
8. Kent gave it a 6. You gave it a 1.
You gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8.
What? Tell me.
Because it had this, I like the cookie chunks. I like the
liked them?
strawberry. Yeah, I mean, it was not as good as I wanted it to be, but I still
And
liked
8's
it.
really high.
when you see like
I expected more flavor, but I liked it.
Joel, did you think 8 was bad? Do you think getting to 10 was bad? Because this is starting to make sense.
Joel, when you see a basket of decorative fruit, do you bite it and think, wow, that's great? I mean, it's wax, but it's great. Because that's what this is. This is wax. It's so bad.
It's not that bad.
I hated it. And I was mad looking at it for the remainder of the
Your
challenge.
taste buds are weird, man.
I don't like grainy ice cream. Blech.
My next award, speaking of that, is, that's worse than I anticipated. And it goes to Triple Mango.
Really?
I do not like the Triple Mango. This is one
Okay.
of my worst. I do.
And
okay.
we've played our hand on the fruit show.
I don't like mango flavor, and this was way too mango-y. Like this is what they say: pieces of mango flavored ice cream with a mango ribbon in the middle of it.
It's pretty good.
That's Triple Mango.
It's pretty good.
That's not good. It was. This was. I kind of went, all right, I'm not going to like this. I'll try it, and then I tried it. And I'm like, that's worse.
Joel,
than
you
I
gave
thought
it
was going to be.
You gave it a 2.
This is one of my lowest ranking ones.
I gave it an 8. Kent, you gave it a 7.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The Triple Mango wins the award for me of worth almost dying for.
Because
I'm super allergic to
mango.
mango.
Yeah.
And I can confirm, listener, if you were wondering, there's absolutely real mango in this because I got a kid's scoop. And this was at a break in the middle of the day. I just went up to the Baskin-Robbins.
But you went in the middle of the day?
Middle of
and
the day.
Knowing you were going to die?
I eat this because, like mango flavored things, mango
Yeah.
high cheese, whatever. Not
can
a
handle
problem.
it.
I thought,
Sure.
no, there might be a sauce. Like the watermelon sorbet has like a watermelon sauce and all these, blueberry ribbons and whatnot. I thought, no big deal.
but this one's filled with straight up death.
Straight up death. So I eat it, and then the next time I'm doing a haircut, my face starts to leak. My eyes are watering and itching. My nose is running. My throat is scratchy.
Oh, no.
I'm itching around my neck area, on my
and
chest.
you gave it what, an 8?
An 8.
You
This
gave
is so
death
good.
an 8?
This is so good.
Death cooled over. You gave an 8.
I really liked it. Once I got allergy medication, I was fine.
I like it too. It's a little too sweet, obviously.
So you're saying they should sprinkle a little antihistamine on top of the scoop?
I would pair it with like a vanilla, right?
And
Cut it with the cream
And an Instacare visit.
and sprinkle on some Benadryl.
Hey, urgent care.
Yeah, it's
Over to Triple Mango.
Forget the daiquiri for your sleepy ice cream. Just sprinkle Benadryl on it. It'd be great.
All right, so speaking of fruit preferences, this one I gave. Joel will hate it, but I love it. And Zach didn't try it. This is grilled peaches.
Oh, I wanted to. This was my most
Zach?
disappointing one.
This one is in my top 5.
I would love it, I'm sure.
And Joel, obviously there's bias here. I love
I'm not big on
peaches. You don't, right?
But they had a cinnamon and sugar ice cream. And,
Yes.
And I enjoyed that part of it.
This one, it's like the mouthfeel is great. This feels like a summer treat, even though it's not summer. You have actually rich and real slices of peaches there. It tastes delicious. It's like a cobbler in ice cream form that isn't too melty. And I love this. Zach, if you can find this at all, get it.
I'm disappointed.
Grilled peaches and cream.
Grilled peaches and cream.
So is it cinnamony?
Yeah, it's got cinnamon sugar ice cream.
It was divine.
With
it would score
chunks.
amongst the top.
I got this the same day as Beach Day, actually, and
So
I
you were-
couldn't decide.
you were on a high that
my
day.
birthday.
It was so good.
Yeah.
There were some good ice cream days and there
Yeah.
were some bad ice cream days. My final award for tonight, my Baskin-Robbins award, goes to the, I guess you can improve on perfection with Mom's Making Cookies.
Really?
So Mom's Making Cookies is like cookie dough ice cream, but better.
Really?
It's a brown sugar flavored ice cream with chocolate chip cookie pieces and chocolate flavored chips and a cookie dough batter flavored ribbon. It was really good. I enjoyed this one. I want to get it again as soon as possible. Mom's Making Cookies was one where I went, okay, I like cookie dough ice cream, but I really like Mom's Making Cookies ice cream.
Wow.
If given the choice between the two, I would choose Mom's Making Cookies.
I think I'm gonna give it another award here in just a second.
My last award is tastes like a snack pack, like exactly like a chocolate snack pack,
Yeah.
and it's gold medal ribbon.
Yeah.
Gold medal ribbon has the chocolate and vanilla flavored swirls with caramel ribbon right in there, and like it looks great, and it looks like a great mix. But then you try it, and you're like, "What?"
Like it's like pudding.
It's just pudding, and it's a really smooth ice cream, and so it's very deceptive as well. And
It all melts very quickly.
I couldn't untaste this, and I love snack packs, right? Who doesn't love a good snack pack after school? But it was just overwhelmingly not ice cream and not what I expected.
You gave it a 6.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.
Joel gave it a 7. I gave it an 8. I liked it.
You did like it,
Classic combination.
but it didn't taste like what it was meant to, though.
Yeah, maybe. All right. I remember I said that I had the worst ice cream I'd ever had.
Yeah.
This gets the award for maybe that's the worst ice cream I've ever had. And this is icing on the cake.
Which wasn't that bad. That was a middle of the road cake, Zach. Middle of the road ice cream.
Don't know what it is. I guess I just really don't like the fake wax pieces. But this, I love.
Because this is a cake flavored ice cream
I
with
love
little frosting
funfetti.
pieces in there.
You love funfetti, right?
Literally,
Like
I think maybe
you have leftover funfetti in the fridge. You're like,
No.
"I'm gonna eat a spoonful."
2 months ago, I specifically asked my wife. She's like, "I'm going to the grocery store. What should I get?" I'm like, please find me funfetti, icing, and graham crackers. And I just dipped them in.
Are you pregnant?
That's what icing on the cake is.
No, it's absolutely not. There's something to it that is so.
The texture is gross.
It's like an uncanny valley version of confetti or funfetti.
Yeah.
And then again, those wax pieces.
So it's like a She-Hulk version of funfetti. Okay.
It is the first.
You guys see that? This episode just got dated. You guys see that?
It is the first flavor I didn't finish.
What?
I didn't even want
Icing
to
on
finish
the
thing.
cake.
I threw it away. I at least finished the toaster pastry Pop-Tart one. All right, is that all the awards we have to give?
That's all the awards.
I'm gonna mention 2 more then. I'm just gonna throw these out there. These are a tandem of awards, 2 ice creams I want. The first one is called the Joel Award. I don't agree with it at first, but you've won me over. That was when from my time as a listener. And that
you.
for me goes to pistachio almond. The first bite I took of pistachio almond, I was actually on the phone with my wife and I said, "Oh, this is gross."
Yeah.
Because I really like pistachio flavor, but there's a variety of flavors, and sometimes, especially some pistachio gelato, is gross. Almost tastes rancid. The first bite I had of this, awful, and every bite got progressively better. Surprising amount of almond, which I love.
So you say Joel's an acquired taste?
Joel, when I was a listener,
you.
I was like, "Joel, that's a terrible opinion." And then over time, I was like, he makes a good point. Pair that with the Kent Award.
Uh-oh.
I agree with you at first, but you've lost me. And this is Mom's Making Cookies.
Oh, no.
So initially, Joel, I agreed with you. I was like, "Oh, this is like a more mature, better cookie dough," because it had the brown sugar flavor.
Yeah.
And then as it went, I was like, maybe this isn't so great. I really soured
How's our
on it
friendship,
over
Zach?
time.
Well, no, but I loved
it's had
Mom's
better times.
Making Cookies, so now I'm wondering how this plays into him not liking it.
I'm
but
confused.
I agree with you.
I didn't. It's just, again, when I was a listener, maybe Kent's right. Maybe not so much over time. This is one, again, that's what I liked about having full scoops is you could get that experience. After 3, 4, 5 bites, you're like, I know what this is, and I can't have any more of it. Or give me another full scoop.
For me, the true sign of quality is if I could eat 2 scoops of any ice cream and come back for it. then it's a winner.
After my first bite, I thought Mom's Making Cookies was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And then after that last scoop, I'm like, I'm never going to eat this again.
Fun fact, I gave both Mom's Making Cookies and Pistachio Almond a 9.
No, well.
And actually, you gave it Pistachio Almond a 9 as well. Then Kent tanked that one.
Sorry. Joel, I like you, though.
I like you, too.
Did we get a boop again?
Zach, I'm going to give a final award.
Oh,
it's
really?
called the Sidekick Sensation Award. And it's peanut butter chocolate because while it's kind of weird on its own, like it's a little too strong both ways.
The peanut butter was way over. The peanut butter ribbon was way overwhelming in that.
This pairs well with almost anything, like whether it's vanilla
Really?
or anything else.
Wild and reckless sherbet.
I wouldn't eat 2 scoops on its own, but I would pair it with most anything else unless it's fruity.
I don't like cold
Wild and
peanut
reckless sherbet.
No. Yeah, that's that.
I don't like cold peanut butter.
Oh,
it
love
changes the flavor profile. Makes it
love
gross.
it.
I give
Yeah.
it a 5. You gave it a 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
I give you a 9.
I give it like a 7.
You give it a 7.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
All right.
Should we talk about anything else?
Let's talk about the best ice cream at Baskin-Robbins according to Bacon Science.
Which means it's the definitive best.
Yes.
All right.
We don't make the rules.
Last time,
Except for that time we made the rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
with our bottom 5, our average score started at 3.3 and went all the way down to 1.7. These, our average scores go from 8 to 9.3.
Yeah.
So we had 3 that averaged a score of 8. So let's just start off with world-class chocolate.
What a wonderful world. Rich white chocolate flavored mousse ice cream swirled with milk chocolate flavored mousse ice cream. It's a classy taste you're sure to love. And boy, howdy did I.
This is the best of the chocolates, in my opinion.
Well, and I was eating it
There's a
going...
little too much custardy.
I was eating it
See, I
going...
liked it about
I was sitting there
Yeah.
eating it and I'm like, wow, this vanilla is really flavorful. And then I realized, oh no, that's white chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a white chocolate thing. And it was good. It was a nice mixture of milk chocolate and white chocolate.
I was shocked at how smooth.
Very
this
smooth.
is. Very smooth.
My notes say, so smooth.
So smooth. Of the flavors that are new to me, right? Like I know that there's some on here that I like. You like mint chocolate chip, whatever. This was a new one that I would go back to Baskin-Robbins for.
So you would get this over
chocolate.
normal chocolate.
I would. Yeah.
All right.
This
That's what
is now my.
I was lower on this than
this
you
is my
guys.
default chocolate.
You were.
Yeah.
But just
and I'm
higher.
sorry.
You gave us a 7.
Yeah.
I gave it a 9. Joel gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now at here number 4, we're going to see the dangers of complete agreement, because we all gave this one an 8, which is how it ended up in our top 5, which seemed a little odd to me because it's made with Snickers.
This also got the award for they ran out of clever names.
Made with Snickers.
That's it.
It is this description: buttery caramelly.
That's not a word.
No, buttery caramelly ice cream with Snickers swirled with a caramel ribbon. Why are you not eating yet? That's what the description says. It says, "Why are you not eating yet?"
I didn't like the consistency, but I loved the flavor.
I appreciated that this. I've ordered like candy mixed shakes before.
Yeah,
from
I
like
usually
an
will.
iceberg,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Reese's,
Like a Blizzard.
Snickers.
Oh, the Reese's ice cream here, not very good.
I don't. Peanut butter makes me sick, but it was worth getting sick over.
Okay,
like it
once
was
again,
pretty good,
Like a lesser mango death.
but it wasn't as good as the Snickers. It's a lesser mango death. But I felt like this was particularly, packed full of.
It's the
various
caramelly
ingredients.
goodness.
the weird thing about this one is I thought it had a very strong peanut butter flavor. It was very peanut butter
did.
forward,
Kind of like-
which I don't think of Snickers as peanut butter flavored.
Well, here's the question: do you guys get the Snickers ice cream bars from the gas station?
Yes,
I get those all the time. And
so
I love them.
tasty.
This
They're
is a chunky version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked it. I just thought it was surprising that I was like, that made the top 5.
It's
but
good.
It's bacon science.
It's candy ice cream.
Yeah.
But not to mention, I think that this one. And now I don't know about you guys. I didn't have sauce of any kind on any.
Neither.
Of these.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I
But-
did put whipped cream on one of them because I had a coupon for
Well,
a Sunday.
mean, whipped cream. That's. But I think this one would be great with hot fudge or extra caramel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Add more sugar on top of that
Oh
sugar.
yeah, give me that.
Yum, yum.
Our number 3, guys, this is an old standard. Maybe all of these are, but our number 3 is chocolate chip cookie dough.
Once again, we all gave this an 8.
Which I did give Mom's Making Cookies a higher score than this, but you guys didn't.
Well, this is just. I'm not a cookie dough guy, but this.
Wait,
one
you
was
don't like
good.
salmonella?
I don't.
Weird.
Hey.
I never eat the cookie dough.
Hey guys, ovens rule, freezers rule. So we loaded vanilla flavored ice cream with cookie dough and chocolate flavored chips.
I mean, it's chocolate cookie dough. It's delicious. Everyone likes that, right?
It's solid.
But it's nice when it's more cookie dough than chips because they could go pretty cheap and just put the chocolate flakes in there.
Yeah.
But there were those nice solid pieces. The mouthfeel
cookie
is
dough,
so
yeah.
good on this.
It always a little disconcerting though when you see that just the container full of these cookie dough balls just sitting back in the back.
Yeah, that's
there.
weird.
It's always like, oh, that's what you put
Yeah.
in there.
yeah.
I like this. This is a standard wonderful flavor, but I have to admit it did taste a little bland after I ate Mom's making cookies. And I went back to this and I was like,
Okay.
it's good.
Yeah.
Mom's making cookies.
Right now we get to our second highest. This is where we break away from the 8 overall scores. This scored an 8.7 on average, a 10 from Joel.
Perfect 10.
And 8s from Kent and I. This is mint chocolate chip.
Playing it safe with the mint chocolate chip.
It seems so predictable to put this on there, but at the same time, I was like, wow, you guys like it as much as I do. Because this is like one of my favorite ice creams. Like when they say for birthdays, what kind of ice cream and cake do you want?
You almost can't go wrong
mint
with
chocolate
it.
chip.
It's so safe.
Yes.
But
So good.
because it's so delicious. My notes here, it says, this is the best toothpaste.
Yeah.
Really is.
Once again. And this one, if you were to get 2 scoops of just this, you're pretty happy.
Yeah.
Yep. Or
And refreshed by the end.
Yeah.
Or, pair it with like a world.
It's like Irish Spring, Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great everywhere. I think, though,
Is it mood ice cream, though?
this possibly. Maybe.
My only issue I ever have with this ice cream is if there's too much of the semi-sweet chocolate. Because I'm a milk chocolate guy. I don't like semi-sweet as much.
We can tell.
And sometimes...
I don't know what that means.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to decode it right now.
Sometimes when I get too much semi-sweet, I'm kind of like, but the mint ice cream with the semi-sweet is a good combination.
I don't know what it is, though. This mint chocolate chip, I feel like the mint is unique. It's not like exactly what you'd get from other mint chocolate chips.
Yeah.
There's a little difference to it, and I appreciate
It's very
it.
creamy, very nice. And now we're to our number one. Our number one ice cream, according to Bacon Science.
Shocker right here.
Did not expect this to come out on top.
And here's the fun fact. They invented this ice cream.
They're the ones that invented pralines and cream.
What?
Not and cream, pralines and cream. Sorry.
So I turned 40 last year, and I'd never tried pralines and cream until I turned 40.
What?
Yeah. I was always like, why would I try that?
What?
That's like going to my grandma's and getting pound cake, pralines and cream. And then I tried it. I said, my world has changed.
So this is, if you don't know, I'm going to read the description here. I don't like this description, but I'm going to read it. Taste some South in your mouth.
I hate it. I hate it. It's bottom 5.
Hey, it's marketing. It's not great marketing, but it's good ice cream. Sweet praline coated pecan pieces and rich caramel and creamy vanilla flavored ice cream. Y'all will love it. Now,
Get the South out of my mouth.
I do. I do want to point out that recently, Mark Rober, a YouTube personality, I follow him on Twitter, and he did a poll where he asked the question. I'm just trying to settle an argument here. How many of you have heard, not tasted, just how many of you have heard of pralines and cream ice cream? And I was like, well, duh, yeah, of course, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I clicked the button. 75% of the people he polled said no.
I think people
Thousands of
generally
people,
avoid
tens of thousands of people.
nuts in their ice cream. And pralines, people are never like, oh, praline sounds delicious over a cashew, for example.
But
No,
and people
never.
don't even know what a praline is.
Yeah.
It's a pecan. It's a candied pecan.
Yeah.
But it is.
But it's bad advertising.
But the funny thing was, everyone in the comments was like, "Oh, well, we have this here in Utah, and so it must be a Utah thing." And then someone else is like, "Oh, we have this up here in Canada. It must be a Canada thing." And someone's like, "Oh, we have this down in the South. It must be a Southern thing." And I'm like, it's obviously not any of those things because this is very widely varying here.
You have to eat this like within 2 seconds, though, because this will lose its freshness immediately. It melts like lava.
It tastes
No,
does
it's
melt
delicious.
because it's
But
like a milkshake.
all of a sudden, water.
This is my dad's favorite ice cream. I love
Yeah.
my dad, by the way. I should clarify.
He's a little bit
that.
older than you, so I mean,
A
he's
little
going to
bit.
like this one.
But I do think it's more of an old person ice cream.
Same, yeah.
Because I think he may have got the like from my grandparents, but it is a very, very good taste to it. That caramely flavor, creamy caramel.
Joel, you gave this a 9. Kent, you
did.
gave this a 9. I gave it a 10. I love this
Yes.
stuff. I got it tonight.
Were you familiar with it before the Zack's? I mean,
Yes.
Kent's trying to do his 40, but you knew about it before.
No, I knew about it before.
Okay.
He's cultured. We
Yeah.
got this.
I've liked it for a really long time. It's delicious.
It's very,
I
very
used it
good.
to wash the taste of beach day out of my mouth.
I
And
got
it
both
works
of those
like a
tonight.
charm.
He got Pralines cream at Beach Day as,
Yeah.
as his
Honestly-
victory cone.
honestly,
I got
as much-
big bubble gum and Beach Day as my victory
I'm
cone.
a little down on the beach day. That's a good combo, though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they paired well together.
It is. And
How did this get number 1?
I don't know. Did you guys expect that when you put it out there?
This was the first one that I got when I went on my challenge. I'm like, I'm going to start good and end good. Mm-hmm. So
probably wise to do it that way.
I started with Rocky Road, but Pralines and Cream was my 4th one. Because what I just walked in and I looked at the freezer and I said, I'm going to work my way from side to side.
Yeah.
And I looked at Pralines and Cream and I went, in 3 days, my friend. 3 days we'll be together.
That's what I did. I would work from one side on my way over, and then my kids could pick whatever they wanted. And I just jump over it later. My first day was Oreo and cold brew and fat-free vanilla frozen yogurt.
Oh, you went to the wrong side.
So maybe that's why I liked fat-free vanilla frozen yogurt so much, because it
Ice
wasn't
cream's
a
okay.
cold brew.
Yeah.
Go back and try it. You'll hate it.
I don't know. I think it was okay.
Well,
So there you go.
I'm
According
really
to Bacon
happy with the
Science.
Bacon Science. I think we
Our
ended
top
up,
5,
Yeah, we ended up at a good collective top 5.
Which
Yeah.
is
world-class chocolate made with Snickers, chocolate chip cookie dough, mint chocolate chip, and pralines and cream.
you can't go wrong if you are craving ice cream with any of those.
And they're a little more safe, but they're solid.
Yeah.
You can eat these and enjoy them. And honestly, you know, especially with the world class chocolate, you know, it's unique to Baskin-Robbins. This mint chocolate chip, different than what you might get at the grocery store. Pralines and cream, great. Like it's
And
not.
they invented it, like Ken said.
Yeah.
That's an invention
These-
of Baskin-Robbins.
These are worth going to Baskin-Robbins for, in my opinion.
Now,
Agreed.
we talked about Bacon Science. I just want to give a little bias here and give you my personal top 5 and bottom 5 real quick.
Go for it.
Let's all do that.
My personal bottom 5 would be no sugar added pineapple coconut, Oreo and cold brew, Jamocha almond fudge, triple mango, and my number one worst was Jamocha. If I remove the coffee flavors, it would pull in daiquiri ice and watermelon burst sorbet, but just none of those I liked. And then my top 5 personal would be pistachio almond, which Kent tanked, Beach Day, which Zach tanked, pralines and cream, pink bubblegum, and my number one probably would be mint chocolate chip.
I love that pink bubblegum is still so high.
I love pink bubblegum.
It's the kid inside you.
It really is.
All right, for me, I have, really any coconut flavor, but I wrote nutty coconut, my number 5.
It
Watery
was like
for
a
me.
7. I liked it.
Yeah.
A little too
Fun
watery.
fact on the nutty coconut: the
Yes.
day I got that flavor, I re-met my 7th grade science teacher.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I'm like, did you teach 7th grade science? And she's like, yes, I did. I'm like, I totally had you. Your name's so and so. She's like, yep, I've been retired for years.
What a nutty coconut experience.
And she also got that same flavor. So I was like, I guess I'm going to get that today.
Nice.
My number 4 worst is Oreo cold brew, then fat-free vanilla, Cherry's Jubilee, and the worst one is obviously daiquiri ice.
That was bad. Yeah.
I gave a 1 to 4 flavors: frosted strawberry, Pop-Tart, whatever, icing on the cake, daiquiri ice, and frozen yogurt. Those are my 4 worst. I have a bunch tied for, the next one. I gave them a 2, but those ones are gross. Also, pumpkin cheesecake. Hated that one.
That was
Did
surprisingly
you like strawberry
good.
cheesecake?
I hate cheesecake.
He hates cheesecake.
Strawberry cheesecake has a great mouthfeel.
But I did definitely have a pumpkin spices life moment as I ate that pumpkin cheesecake because I was like, this is a
Wait,
good,
a coven kidnapped you and sacrificed you on their altar?
This is good pumpkin. That's good pumpkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're converted.
But Kent, what's your top 5?
Oh, top 5 would be peanut butter chocolate. I like it. Pair it with everything. Grilled peaches, strawberry cheesecake, which I loved.
Yes. Zach tanked that one.
Yeah. Pralines and cream, and beach day.
I know for a
BJ's
fact.
number 1.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that the grilled peaches would contend for my top 5.
Is it
I
sure?
hope you find it,
Yeah.
Zach. I hope it comes out soon.
I'm going to seek it.
And who knows? Maybe next here in a little bit we'll be trying the flavor of the month for October, which is coming out.
Ghost pepper?
That's what we heard.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that.
My top 5, personally, working from 5 to 1, is that how we're doing it? Is Jamocha almond fudge. You're going to laugh at me for this next one, but vanilla. I really liked the vanilla.
What?
It is the greatest base ice cream of all time.
But you couldn't put any toppings
I
on.
gave
Vanilla's
it a 6 because that's exactly where it belongs.
Yeah, it's average,
right
right?
in the middle.
This is a king amongst ice cream. Like, where would we be?
Okay.
Vanilla is the base of your stupid beach day. Like
It's salted vanilla. Thank you very much. And
Okay.
it's dyed blue.
oh my word, vanilla, underrated ice cream. I'll take a scoop of vanilla any day.
It
of the week.
whelms. It literally has whelms in the description.
I ate this and went,
Be
this is
whelms
ice
with
cream.
vanilla. Want some Sprite?
Hey.
I've offended everyone.
And then previously discussed, I also scored pistachio almond with a 9,
Which would have been up there
Wow.
for Kent.
And Rocky Road was a 9. You
That
guys
was your
gave
number
it,
one?
You guys gave it 7.
It's very smooth.
I
really good.
love Rocky Road. It's great. As I age, it gets better and better. And then my number 1 was pralines and cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Wow. So Bradley's cream, I was going to say it's delicious.
Every time I talk about getting the classics, oh yeah, I like that you go and get the classic flavors. I always mention Rocky Road first, and I will now mention pralines and cream.
As you should, because that is, according to Bacon Science, the best flavor at Baskin-Robbins.
There we go.
The question is if you agree. Do you agree with our top 5, bottom 5? Do you have favorites of your own? Have you been to Baskin-Robbins lately? Because it's been a while since I had. But let us know on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, if you're a patron of Baconsale, you will be able to see the entire list of everything we tried, as well as the rankings, the raw rankings. So you can see all that at patreon.com/baconsale.
But before we leave you today with our lactose intolerance, we're going to thank our patrons. So from the I'm the Listener category, we have Lady Terry A. Finley, Jennifer Kilkowski, Braden Winterton, Alicia Bass, Glow Clan Daniel, Sir and Madam Hicks, Adam and Rachel Crump, Rocky and Steph, When Did Saruman the Wise Abandon Reason for Madness, Scott Sprague, Juice the Cooler King Swallow, Andrew in the Dark, Casey Cummings, Ryan and Marley, Debbie Foster, Dave Kelly, and Angela Plotz. And from the Bacon Council, we have Nicole sitting at the Sin Bin Hale, the one, the only Chris Anderson, Shannon West, Johnny English the Brick, Stephen, everyone's favorite Ross, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Star Wars expert Kyler, Spencer Myers, Josh from Rebel One TV, Allison Gall, and Beaker!
Yay, Beaker. Thank you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons. You are the pralines to our cream,
The Rocky to our road.
the mint to our chocolate chip.
The icing to our cake.
I think we've got enough of those. But thank you. Thank you, patrons, and thank you, listener, for spreading the good word of Baconsale. But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. You can find me performing with Quickwits. They perform at the Vidville Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
So in Bountiful on 5th South, there is a Baskin-Robbins. Just down the street from that Baskin-Robbins, you'll find me at Blake's Barber Shop. Come and visit me and talk about ice cream. Also, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Tumbling Mustard, but more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. Please like that Facebook page and follow at Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. While you're doing that, stop by tpublic.com/Baconsale, where you can get yourself some merch, which we would love to see you in. Snap a picture of yourself, put it on social media, tag us. That'd be awesome.
While eating ice cream.
That'd be even better. Post a picture of your favorite ice cream flavor at Baskin-Robbins in your Baconsale shirt. We'll be happy.
Yeah.
And then if you like what's going on here, you want to support us further, you go to patreon.com/Baconsale, where support starts at just $3 a month. You can get access to behind the scenes things, such as our list of this grades, rankings, whatever we call them.
Bacon Science.
Bacon Bits, which happen most of the time. And we talk about, you know, everything that every other random podcast talks about. We just save it for the paywall. Patreon.com/Baconsale.
And don't forget to check out our fantastic feast posts. Keep an eye on our social media pages for those.
So until next week, it's the beginning of October. We're going from Scoopy to Spooky.
That's so stupid.
I prefer Cracker Barrel and Rocky Road.
Sherbet. Oh, and that's
Sherbet.
Sherbet. Sherbet. Sorbet.
Spooky.
Anyway.
Spooky.
This event runs from... Rums?
Oh, it's the ice cream.
Daiquiri ice.
Daiquiri ice. Jacob is a ballerino.
I knew it. I like Cracker Barrel. Kent's always on a diet. I had a kid. So,
Listen, boys and girls, always have an ice cream buddy.
Ah, gravel.
licking an ice cream cone and having a beard is one of the more difficult things I've ever done.
Not. Hi. Can you check my car?
It's been bubblegum.
I don't know how it works, but I'm eating ice cream and I want to go hands dirty.
Oreos and beer.
This is cough syrup with flesh in it. I just barely hit everything more than you.
My 4-year-old. My 4-year-old.
You like her least? She's the baby.
No.
Zach, what's one of the flavors in this one?
Rum.
Rum flavoring.
She can handle the sauce.
She slept so well on the way home.
It's like, hey, this is my 4-year-old. She's a lush. This
You
is
gave
so
Death an 8.
This is so good. I would pair it with like a vanilla, right?
And
cut it with the cream.
And an Instacare visit.
We don't make the rules.
Except for that time we made the rules.
This is the best toothpaste.
My world has changed.
Vanilla is the base of your stupid beach day.
It's salted vanilla, thank you very much, and
Okay.
it's dyed blue. Taste some South in your mouth.
I hate it.